Yo, what's up? Once again, Hampton TV back at it. We getting ready to talk some more about LeBron, Carmelo, Kevin Love, all of this drama that keeps coming out about these guys and where they believe LeBron is gonna go. LeBron is gonna end up in places like Dallas, Houston, even New York, man. And honestly, the guy's not going to go to either of those places. I think LeBron stays where he is. He's already established legacy in Miami by winning two. Also, doing what he did with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh and building that trio. All of that kind of stuff made history. It made headlines. It made for stories all over the place. So it's not likely that he's going to leave. If he leaves, like I said before, it's going to have to be in a position of where he can create legacy there, establish legacy. It's all about legacy for him at this point. Money is good, but it's not enough to, woo LeBron James into going to any one organization to play. I think that in the latter part of his career, he's going to be concerned about finances. But right now, I think his kids are well established. His wife is established. I think he's established business-wise. He has a good team on his side, and they're able to do things financially to put him in position to succeed. So I just really don't think that money is a big deal for him right now. I think that legacy is a concern for him, let's get to the nitty-gritty. I just believe that Kevin Love is a part of this. I believe Pat Riley pulls off a miracle in South Beach once again. You got to understand that Pat Riley's been around for a long time. I mean, a long time as a player and as a coach. Now he's a GM in the league. He understands what this collective bargaining agreement is all about. He understands the business of basketball. He's more like a Jerry West to the East Coast. He knows how to get guys there. He knows how to make the moves in order to get the money right and to be able to get guys to not just guys but stars. Get guys there. I mean, nobody was able to pull off what he pulled off. Not even the Lakers was willing to do something like that. So I think that this guy gets it done, man. I think that what he's going to do is they're going to probably end up in a three-way trade between, I would say, New York and Minnesota, along with the Heat. So I think that it'll end up being a three-way trade between those teams. Now, it's a whole lot of things you could do with that three-way trade. You could go with Chris Bosh going straight up, money for money with Kevin Love. Now with Kevin Love, he's going to lose a significant amount going to Miami because you got to look at it from the Heat standpoint. Kevin Love has never won a championship. He can't get to the playoffs. So it's a lot of things that you could throw into that contract, stipulations there to where Kevin Love won't receive a handsome ransom, basically. I mean, he could go straight to LA and get a handsome ransom. He can go to Chicago. He can go to Boston and receive a handsome ransom. He can even go to New York and receive a handsome ransom. But in Miami, he's just another guy there. That's a part of the puzzle of them succeeding to win another championship, and possibly being the main man. Later on in time. But I just really think that Chris Bosh will either end up in the NY or he'll end up in Minnesota. Now, if he goes to New York, what they'll do is they'll offer up Tyson Chandler, because Tyson Chandler is of no effect in the triangle with what I can't stand Phil Jackson, but that's why I'm forgetting. But with Phil Jackson, he's not effective in the triangle. But Chris Bosh, on the other hand, is very effective because he can shoot the ball. So, and also he can pass the ball. Hold on one second, folks. We'll return shortly. All right, so I'm back. Sorry about that. I am at work. Anyway, back to Chris Bosh and the three-way trade with Kevin Love and all of that. I just think that the guy would be a good fit between New York and Minnesota, but I really think that if the Heat decided to make a move and send him to New York, I think it'll be a better option because Chris Bosh fits well, and he would fit well in the triangle with Phil Jackson, and also it'll be a win-win situation for Miami having Tyson Chandler there to be a defensive presence and a rebounding presence in Miami. So I think that they both benefit from a trade like that, with sending him to New York. Now, you know, with Minnesota, I think that Kevin Love would be, I mean, it would be awesome to see him with the Heat, but then you wouldn't be able to get somebody like a Melo. You know, if you're trying to make space for Carmelo, it wouldn't pan out, you know, with both of those guys. I mean, you could do it, but you would have to hope that your two main stars that are left on the roster would be willing to you know, downgrade their contracts again and accept less. But like I said, you know, it's not about that with LeBron. I think it's more so Melo, not Melo, but Dwayne Wade that you got to worry about because of his health issues, you know. So things have to be taken care of financially. It's not just done, you know, through the facility, man. So you got to look forward to that. But I think that they can pull off a miracle in getting both of those guys, you know, Kevin Love and Melo. But if not, I think you go for Melo and then you shoot for somebody like Tyson Chandler, and you have the roster necessary to be able to compete the way you want to compete. Offensively, you still kind of lack depending on what you need to do at the point guard slot. They really need to consider what they're going to do. But again, I don't think that it's a big deal. You start the season out with Norris Cole, or you can run and get somebody else and keep Norris coming off the bench as your firepower as the sixth man, you know. So they really need to think about that. They need to think about all three of those slots: point guard, power forward, and center. You get Melo, you don't have to worry about the power forward slot. You know, you can mix and match between him and LeBron. You know, they can play off of each other on that slot. You know, he can give LeBron rest at small forward, and you can go after another power forward, or keep what you got, and somebody like Birdman, or you know, if you don't want to give up UD, you know, you can keep UD on the roster. You know, things like that. You can kind of just play with the whole situation. But I don't think that Pat Riley is concerned with how he's going to be able to put that whole thing together. Honestly, I just don't. I mean, the guy's been around for a long time. He knows what's up. And he'll be able to get it done. I think just the whole purpose for the video is just to kind of shed some light on how some of these trades can go. And it's not always about making a straight up trade. It's about being able to trade to put guys in position to succeed as well, other teams in position to succeed, and then being able to move finances around. You don't always have to go with the draft, or, you know, sell off your draft picks and things of that nature. You can trade for monies, stuff like that, man. There's so many different options out there available to be able to move guys around, you know. So just be on the watch for that kind of stuff. I'm looking forward to seeing Pat Riley pull off another miracle with the Heat. And I'm not a Heat fan. I'm a LeBron fan more so, but I'm a New York Knicks fan all the way, and Phoenix Suns fan. I've said this before. So I'm true to those guys, been true to them since the early 90s. So, you know, I'm just looking forward to seeing some explosion, man, during this free agency. We haven't seen it in a while, and I like to see an explosion. So on that note, man, you guys take care, man, and just pay attention, man, to this free agency period. Peace.